So let's see. All right, so they're building their settlers. They're good. All right, everything's good. And these guys, and I mean these people. All right, so these guys, yeah, that's all we're gonna do. Just that. Um, all right, so this one actually has a good chance of being a city. You can actually reload. What do they call it? Save-scum. I don't know. I'm again showing my lack of intelligence for the modern world. But be that as it may, you can reload and get these. You can get different things out of these. I'd love to get a city. I have a feeling I'll probably get weeds or military unit. Uh, I'm gonna. Well, so this guy will get. He's gonna build. Okay, here we go. I discovered an advanced tribe. I am extremely lucky. I admit it. This is a huge help. Um, they are going to build settlers, and they're going to take support of this warrior unit, and he is going to guard them. Well, not really. He's mainly just going to help keep them content. This is a good city because it's right next to this whale. And let's see. No corruption yet. You'll get corruption the further you get from your palace. My palace is over here. See, there's my palace. So it's my capital. All right, let's go. What? Yeah, I guess I did have him do that, didn't I? Yeah, okay. I don't get to complain about things that I asked the game to do. All right, we're good. All right, I'm the most advanced civilization, and BD, I don't know, showing my lack of intelligence again. I have no idea who BD is, or if I'm even saying his name correctly. All right, so this guy is running out of places to explore quickly. It's time to build a city, and I will name it Destroys Couches. Uh, we love to destroy couches. We would find them discarded couches, couches that used to be somebody's couch that they sat in and enjoyed, and we would take it in the two and destroy it with bats and axes just for the heck of it. Just to have something to do on a Friday night. Now, there are far worse things we could have done on a Friday night. I mean, we also like to humiliate couches. No, that's not going to work. Humiliate couch. So sometimes we would write humiliating things on the couch. Humiliating messages for the couch like "you suck" or whatever we came up with. We'd draw pictures. We'd have some fun with it, and then some of the people in the house couldn't control themselves and would start tearing apart the couch before its appointed time to be destroyed. And so this is what we would do. I mean, this was our fun. I mean, there wasn't usually alcohol involved. We were sober. We were destroying couches, and we were doing it in our own home, which most people would have to do it outside, but not us. We did do some of them outside, though, to be fair. And we had a lot of fun with it. We'd turn on the music, we'd videotape it, and we would enjoy watching it afterward. And that's just the way that we had fun. And there's that show. What is it? The Wrecking Room, or it's not a show. It's like a place you can go and actually destroy stuff. They stole our idea. I mean, and really, we stole our idea from that old movie in the '90s. What was it called? It was based in Dallas. Somebody will know right off the top. Office Space? No. The Office? No. Yeah, what was that called? I can't remember. Doesn't matter. Maybe I'll think of it later. I gotta play. Okay, ready to go here. There we go. Uh-oh. That means that some city grew and will probably try to use the wrong space. No, I guess it means that I built new cities. That's weird. I've never seen that before. All right. Okay, so they built some warriors. I'm gonna build some more warriors. Okay. So I'm gonna go explore up here. There's a chance it touches the top of the world. If it does, I can send people out that way on the top of the world, and I can send people out that way on the top of the world. You can potentially discover more land. You can potentially discover barbarian huts that may have things that will help you. So, yeah, next set of warriors will be built in time. Actually, I'm going to have these guys do this. Yeah, they'll stay there. Okay. Up you go. All right. Green truck builds settlers. All right, green truck. you go? Green truck is going. Oh, man. This is poor land management on my part. Yeah, I'm sorry. The cat's back. Goodness. This be a wasted. This be a wasted spot. I guess I could build here and then. All right. It jumped on my shoulder and ran down my chest, and then jumped off. It's upset that the laptop is on my lap. So. All right, what was I doing? There could be a city here, and then there could be a city here. That'll be the ideal way to use the land. But I want the city here first. This city can wait. It's not that great. This city gets to use this peat, which you will see how awesome the peat is in a moment. And there's the end of the world, folks. The end of our known world. This means that I immediately need to start building triremes. I mean, I can't wait any longer. Am I working? Did I get my... I don't even have map making yet. So what I can do... these guys are going to get settlers. So when I get map making, I'll just switch these settlers to a trireme. Now notice, if I try to switch to a temple, I'll incur a penalty. I'll lose half the shields that I have accumulated. So I'm going to continue producing settlers. Now if I switch to a military unit or a diplomat, then there is no penalty because you're not switching to a building from a person. They penalize you if you switch types of stuff that you're building. So anyway, let's see. I think I'm hit safe to go here. Oh, these guys built settlers. All right, well, use that space, please. You can go here, the city status thing. You have to be careful because you get to about down here, and each city you build will have a rebel as its first city, its first citizen. And then also at that point, the cities that you thought were protected by your warriors will start revolting too. So you have to kind of make sure that, I mean, once you get to 10 cities, that's when it starts being very hard to control the amount of angst with your particular method of ruling. Man, where are these? I'm going to have to start building roads because these guys are so far apart. And if I'm going to start building roads, that means that what you don't want to happen is for this city, for this unit, this settler to be built before this food container fills up. Because if that happens, it will disband your city and you won't have a city anymore. So it's a very bad thing. So I've got 14 turns, and there's 20 in here. I've built 8, so I've got 12. So this will grow before I build this thing, which is what I want. So I'm gonna go here. And then this guy, I mean, goodness, what can he do? Those guys, they will not. Ugh. Okay. Could have him head back. So many turns though for him to get back. He'd be helpful in the trireme. I guess I could have the trireme come along and pick him up. The problem is if I find something I want to investigate, then I can't if he's over there. Because he's got to be picked up. The trireme can carry units. And those units can explore for you. And so this guy's going to head this way. Right now I can't even build a trireme because I'm map making. It's probably a good point to save the game. Because although I'm not going to reload, there is the chance like the game could freeze up or something. I mean, this is a 14-year-old computer. We'll do number 60. There we go. And we've saved, and this guy's building a road. I press the R button there. He's going to build a road that makes it so you don't have to... you guys know what it does. I'm not going to explain it. So this guy built his warrior unit. It's time for settlers. Just keep expanding and hoping nobody finds me yet, because if they find me, it's going to totally suck. I fortified him. Map making, thank you. It's about time. All right, what's next here? Literacy is good. It allows you to get philosophy, which would be good because if somebody else gets it before you, it's on the verge of starting over at that point. Currency is good because it allows you to get trade, which allows you to get your caravans, which allows you to get hanging gardens, which is what we need. So I'm going to go for currency and just hope that nobody else discovers philosophy. I've never seen anybody discover philosophy earlier than 950 BC. So I should have some time. All right, it's time for him to build. And he's going to build filet mignon. So filet mignon was the part of the couch that was like the most desirable. It was the part of the couch that everybody wanted to have a shot at and hit. It was the part of the couch that usually the Dominator would claim. You'll learn more about the Dominator later, but he is the owner of the green truck, and we'll eventually probably name a city after him. But anyway, if you got your bats and your axes and your sledgehammers, what have you, the filet mignon is what you want to hit first. It's usually like the arm of the couch. It could be maybe the back of the couch. It's just a part of the couch that, like, when you hit it, it will make a really cool noise, and it'll give way, and it'll just be, funny for you and your friends. So this is filet mignon, and they're going to build. That's why that's why I want to build a city over here. Look at that. That's awesome. So they'll build some warriors because that's what they do. You just got to build warriors as much as possible because they're so awesome. Look at them. How could you be any more awesome than that? What am I doing here? This guy is guarding the city, but I need to change their production to settlers. And we're at 7 cities, so don't have to worry about unrest just yet. Uh-oh. Looks like there may not be a top of the world to go to. Uh-oh. This went from 70 to 90, so somebody needs to be, well, these guys are on such... Jungle River. Oh man, that's horrible. So I can't even build, I can build a city there. Man, there's just so much jungle. The jungle, here, let me show you what the jungle does. That's why I complain about the jungle. There is probably going to be a city coming up named Jungle River, because the Jungle River was an important part of me and the bachelors in our 20s when we were young, being bachelors and having fun. Let's see. So yeah, this is probably the best space they can use. It would be lovely if they had a forest to use, but they don't. So it is what it is. At least they get a trade out of that space, whereas if they use this space, they wouldn't get a trade. So, all right, I agree with that choice. Let's go. Duh. I can't get to the top. That really stinks. Now, if you remember, I was waiting for map making. So somebody's got to make a trireme. And I'm glad I remembered this because I would have been upset if I hadn't. It's going to be these guys. They get the call, make a trireme. Trireme can carry 2 units. And so one of them is going to be that archer unit. Let's see. They're going to grow next turn. So I'm going to activate this guy so that I don't forget that they're going to grow. I won't need to do that. It's a waste of time. So this guy's going to go here, build a road. You guessed it. Then this guy's going to keep heading, what is it, west, east? I don't know my directions. And then I've got to have one more unit on this ship. And I don't know who's going to build it because there's not a lot of good choices here. What I'm wanting to do is build a diplomat. But a diplomat cost me 30. It's a shame. I've only got 41 gold, so it's... can't be either of these guys either. So... this is when the advisor comes in handy. Yeah, 25 is the highest. Where is humiliate couch? It's clear over here. That doesn't help me. I guess green truck gets the call. There's green trucks here. So, I'll have to activate this unit. And you'll see why in a moment, why I'm doing this. Okay. So, he's going to skip his turn. That's a space bar. We're going to go. Oh, someone grew. I hate this micromanagement. Oh, you know what? It's this city right here. So, they are actually. They can do this. They don't need another shield. It'll be 2 turns no matter what. That'll give him an extra science, so that's good. These guys, so the reason I marked that is so I wouldn't forget that I have to buy a flanks. And the reason I'm buying a flanks is that it gets me that much closer to a diplomat. And so next turn, I'll buy the diplomat. And then the diplomat will go 1-2 and sleep, and then he'll ride on the ship, and everything will be good in my world. So he's going to fortify. And then, actually, crap, I shouldn't have done that, but we'll take our chances that I don't forget. If I do forget it, it'll be funny. You guys will be able to laugh at my stupidity. I constantly struggle with things like this. I don't have a good memory, and I have to do things to help me remember stuff. And my wife were here, she would attest to that vigorously. Alright, so this guy's heading over here. And this guy... so this is the problem. Settlers in 8 turns. Well, guess what? That disbands my city, so we can't have that. I guess he'll keep building warriors. The warriors will be able to go somewhere and wait for a city to be built on top of them. Probably this guy. Yeah. So, alright. So, and then I guess I'll go here and make sure there's not a whale. And there, make sure there's not a whale. Oh. People are trying to grow, folks. It's painful what they do. They never choose the right space. These guys probably did, though, because they have horrible spaces around them. Alright. I gotta go buy this diplomat. Oh, man. Half my gold gone. Alright. I mean, maybe I could have waited for him to be produced and then, like, picked him up here. But there's the chance that I'll run into something I want to investigate. These guys, I think they're going to build a trireme. And then these guys, guess what? They're going to build a diplomat. Alright. This guy is going here. And then this guy is going here. And that was it. Green truck. Good job, green truck. We could always count on the green truck to do a good job. It was always very good at what it did. Which was hauling victims. Or hauling us. I mean, it liked to haul us around too. You're going to wait. And then you're going to go here. And here. And then you will sleep. And then you will change to settlers. Alright, and then you will change to settlers. And really, you know, it's tempting to not have them build settlers because they could be, if they grew, they could produce, you know, they could be good. Yeah, but they're good even just as a size 1, so what's the difference? Looks like 1, 2, 1, 2. That has the whale, so it's worth spending the extra. Oh, we're coming from here anyway. The settlers, that is. They'll be built soon. Let's go here. And then you are off on a voyage. Okay. So, that was that. How many cities? I can't be at 10 yet. There's no way. Alright. Good job, guys. Keep going. Keep building. Let's have this guy's going to go first. So I could go here or here, but I go here because I uncover an extra fog of war spot. And I definitely don't want to go where my arrow is now, because these triremes can be lost at sea if you're not touching land. So you got to stay near your land. So I'm going to go here. And then this guy is going to go here, and he'll get on next turn. And then this guy, oh, he's tempted to build a road. Oh man, there's great temptation to build a road, but I'm going to resist that temptation. I'll build a road later. Later for the road. I think somebody grew. Who was it? Who did it? Wasn't these guys? Oh man, but they are that would have been bad. Oh man, that sucks. I wasted some turns there. Gosh, who's the other one? Who grew? Somebody grew. Sometimes the trick you can find out to figure out who grew is to look at this. You have somebody that's producing 7 food, you know that they just have a lot of sucky spaces. But sometimes you know they're using the wrong spaces, so I'm just gonna... You can check shields. 3 to 5 is expected, and then food 4 to 5 is expected. 7, I mean, if they don't have any good spaces, I mean these spaces aren't bad, but I would like more production. It's just the way I like to roll. Alrighty, build a road. So now he is almost done being a road building settler. This guy is going to fortify. What else? This guy's going to get on the ship. It's kind of good if I'm like on an island with nothing bordering me, because you would think that would mean the enemy civilizations wouldn't find me as easily, but it doesn't actually work that way. I'm not sure what happens, but I think what happens is that if you build a city and it's not guarded, they somehow want to go find that city if they're warlike. And so if they have ships, they'll immediately start heading toward your city. And it doesn't matter that they can't see it. And I don't know that they lose their triremes at sea. So later on in the game, I start like following my settlers with warriors to make sure like there's the least amount of time my city will have someone not guarding it, and I'll buy my warriors, because this is my theory that, you know, it keeps them from finding you. But eventually they want to come find you anyway. And it could be that they just sail across the ocean and know right where you are. I don't know, because they'll show up in random places with their trireme, and you'll think, how in the world did they survive without losing their trireme? Or how in the world did they know to come where you were? But anyway, enough on that. Let's do some more exploring. I had to end up back by land. All right. No complaints from me. There's currency, folks. We're going to get trade. And then these guys, they'll go here. And it's time to build a city. We're going to go with... well, it looks like perhaps destroys with feet. The Dominator, you remember, mentioned him. He was the type of person who had some like very, very thick hands, just very well padded, hard to damage. He'd be great for manual labor. I'd be horrible for manual labor. Like, the world goes to hell in a handbasket and we actually have to do hard work. He would survive and I would probably have no hands left. And he had the feet. The feet were the same way. And sometimes he would lay on that couch and he would just use his feet. Like, he would bring his knees to his stomach and then just kick out and use his feet to... The feet would kick out toward the couch arm, and the couch arm would give away, and his feet wouldn't get hurt, although mine would be injured for sure. He is a really awesome individual, and you'll hear more stories about him as we go. Actually, you know what? I don't need to do that because I've already got some warriors there. courtesy of filet mignon, I believe. And so we'll support. All right, so kind of stinks that so many cities are named destroys, because it's going to be hard to tell them apart later. Because as you can see, the units only have the first 3 letters, so I'm not going to know where the heck they came from later on in the game, which will kind of suck. But there's ways around that. I can put underscores in front of it or whatever. So exploring is not going very well here so far. But when these guys get their trireme, I'll be able to head up this way. Hopefully have some luck. I might even build some units to drop off on the top, if this is indeed the top. And it doesn't look like it is. So a decision has to be made here. Somebody needs to build a warrior for this ship. Actually, you know what? I can use this guy. I'll use this guy. That's not. So he needs to go. So what I'm thinking about is this guy here, he comes from, oh, he's from Paul's Victims, so that's okay, because my boat is going to be from this city. And the boat is going to take up a shield and see its away. And later on, when you get to like Republic and Democracy, these boats are, or units, any units are out of your city, they're going to cause unrest, and it's very sucky to deal with. If I keep playing, we'll come across it soon enough. So I've got my warrior that I'm going to use, and what's Green Truck doing? Oh, Green Truck! Shame on you. All right, let's go. Good job, Hall's Victims. Hall's Victims, settlers for them. What else? Road for them. Press the R button. $100 rent. So, sleep. Push the S button. Here's my faithful explorers that can't find anything. Okay. Well, I know where my next city will be. That's good. All right. Still lots of jungle though. That bothers me. Come on. All right. Here, and I have to go here. And then this guy's going here. No whales, unfortunately, for me. I have 46 gold. Sometimes I pause and think, gotta I buy something? Well, not really, not at this point. So, destroys couches. Good job. Ooh. Yeah, you're gonna have to keep building settlers. Although, well, you know what? They can use food. Because they're at 12. 4 times 3 is 12, 5 times 3 is 15. Either way, they get to 40. But what I'm thinking about is, when these guys build their settlers, well, when these guys build a city, well, I'm not quite to that point in the game yet where I need to worry about the unrest. But I'm getting close. I'm always worried about it because it becomes such a big factor later on. So I'm going to skip his turn. He doesn't need to do anything. These guys, attempting to build a road here. He's from $100 rent. Yeah, let's go ahead and have him build a road here. Decisions. All right, so these guys, this is the next good spot. Does it conflict with what's over here? Yes, it does. 1, 2. So it'll be here, right here, and then here. These are my future cities, by the way. And then here. Oh, what if I do that? So it'd be here. So here, and here. And there's nowhere else in there that I can build. If I do this one, these are the decisions. So if I do this one, I can get 2 sea spots. If I do this one, I can get more jungle. So yeah, it'll be this one, and this one. All right, so it'll be, I guess, you know, I guess this makes the most sense to build a road here. Connect this city. Okay. If I build here, all right, I'm making a call. We're going here. All right, don't know if that was a good choice, but I felt like I was letting you guys down by taking way too long on that decision. All right, I found my first foreign land, and I found my first hut, so these guys get the call. I don't want to waste my diplomat on this jungle space. The diplomat can be used on the grassland or plain space and then get back on your ship safely if there's barbarians. Wandering nomads. Well, that's a stroke of luck right there. So they'll get right back on. And I think that's a turn. Certainly took long enough with my indecision there. So this guy's building a road. All right, I got my ship. So I have to go change this guy to settler. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say do that. And then, so he's going here, here, here. Ooh. Well, now I've got more decisions. Ugh, I really don't want to build more triremes, but I may have to. Well, let's see. We'll wait and see what happens. All right, so he's building a road. Here. And then you will go here. Oh, it's pretty big, but there's another civilization on it. Bet you anything. All right, Flamin' what's your deal? Let's get some trade. Good job. And then, oh, who else? Who else has done wrong? The 2, no. Everybody looks all right. All right, Flamin' Young, guess what? Build some warriors for the next city.